Welcome to another episode of The Raw Truth. I am your host, BX Bad Boy, with my co-host.
What's going on, people? It's the Quality Allah. How y'all doing?
And today we're going to be talking about Jacob Blake and the hypocrisy that's going on and the misunderstanding on a few things. And we're going to talk on that.
Indeed.
Hope you enjoy. So today let's talk about Jacob Blake.
Okay.
It's another case of the police overextending themselves. But yet they say it's bad apples. And, that's a cute sentiment, but there seems to be way too many bad apples. And according to the rule of bad apples, it takes one bad apple to ruin a bunch. This is like, the second guy to be shot in the back by a police officer, supposedly scared for his life. But when a white kid goes around shooting people and kills two and wounds one, and then approaches the police with an AR-15, they just drove right past him and actually asked him to get out of the way. With the whole crowd screaming, he just killed two people and shot a third. How can we even begin to say that it's a bunch of bad apples and we just need some slight reform when every shooting so far by the police happens to be a black man? And every white man that's in a worse position, more dangerous, more lethal to the police, they're catering to them.
All right. So
how can we not say that that's not racism in an issue?
All right. So first, let me say this, right? And I know that once I say this, I'm gonna catch some backlash for it, but you got to just give me a second, bear with me, right? So we're not supposed to condemn everyone on a whole for the actions of a few, right? Like, we're not supposed to do that, right? But it constantly gets done to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always get grouped and looped into something. So what you're telling me is that it's okay for a young white male to walk around with the gun on his hip. You guys see it, and you don't do nothing about it until a day later. But you shoot an unarmed black man in his back because he's walking away
into his car.
Because he's going to his car.
It's worse than that, though.
He ain't got no weapon. He ain't got no weapon on him or nothing. And y'all just...
But it's even worse than that, brother. He didn't have a gun on his hip. He had a giant AR-15.
Yeah.
In front
hanging
of him.
Off him.
Like,
in front of him.
Like a third limb. And the cops just drove right by him. And it has to be true that because he was a white guy, the cops didn't see him as a threat. Because if that was a black man wearing that same gun, walking at the cops, every cop would have got and there was more than one cop car. It was 4 or 5. I can show you, put a link in the description where you see all the cops just drive right by him in their SUVs and protective trucks. Like he wasn't even there until he was standing in front of the squad car. And the squad car then said, "Can you please move? Get out of the way."
So for all you people out there, and y'all know who I'm talking about, for all y'all people out there who say that white privilege don't exist, that right there was a full-blown show and prove for you.
I have to agree. Unfortunately, I don't want to, and not because I want to defend anyone, but because I don't want to admit that this is that bullshit. And it falls on my shoulders because of my nationality and race and color that I have to face. Well, if these white guys are like that, then so are you. And I mean, not many people put me through that these days, but it does happen. And of course, I prove myself, unlike others who decide not to prove themselves and just argue, ah, I'm not that white guy. That's a sad argument. That's not how you prove yourself to be different. I've been proving myself since I was a teenager that I'm not one of those. And I'm not saying one of those white people, one of those types of person, because I don't care if they're white or not. I'm not one of those type of person to ridicule someone for the nationality. Now, we all, through the youth, bust chops about stereotypes, but not racial slurs and attacking somebody merely because of the skin color. I've noticed it, I've seen it, I've watched it happen firsthand in the hood. But me doing it, never on record because it's never happened.
You know what? I wanna.
And I can't see why no one else can see the same thing.
You know what? I'm a probably catch flack for this one too. I don't know. Let me say this, y'all. Let me say this. Um, me as a black man, I have experienced many things with the police. The one thing I've never really experienced with them, and I can't even say really. Let me rephrase, y'all. The one thing that I have never experienced with them is brutality. You understand what I'm saying? Like I've dealt with asshole cops.
Attitude
I've
cops.
dealt with those your attitude cops, dudes jumping all up in your face, but I've never had one be the way I see police now. Like I've never had that happen to me. So the only thing that I can understand from that plight is just being targeted as a black man myself, because a lot of times we get targeted. That's just what it is. So I can understand having that target on the back, but I've never had the experience of being brutalized or being shot or anything like that by the police. I've never. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, this is like I said, it's probably why I'm gonna catch flack for this show. Again, like I said, we're not supposed to condemn all for the actions of a few, right? But man, this really looks bad, doesn't it? Doesn't this really look bad?
Honestly, it looks as bad as it can get. And I defended cops from the very beginning, saying that it's not that cops are this or cops are that. It's just that now everybody's got a camera. So what I was saying was that yes, it was limited and it existed, but it was never on video before. At least not like it is these days. But what's going on these days, since Trump has been in office, it doesn't look like random catchings of police exerting their authority improperly. It now seems like the cops believe it's okay to do that if they deem it's necessary for any means or purposes. And I can understand that if it was a unified degree, but it's not. It's more pointed at one set of individuals because I've watched all videos, and I'm sorry, I watched a YouTube called Audit the Audit. There are white people who have interactions with the police, and they audit the audit. They they
Mm-hmm.
investigate the situation they're involved in with the police, what their rights are, what the cops can and can't do, and it's not like we as the white folk don't run into them, but their interactions versus interactions with anyone of color is so different, it's not even funny. When a black man says, "Let me see a sergeant," the cop goes, "Fuck you, I'm the law." Then when it's a white guy goes, "Let me see your sergeant, let me see your supervisor," fine, Sarge, we need a Sarge down here. And then everybody waits until a sergeant shows up. And if the sergeant says arrest him, he gets arrested. If the sergeant says, "Listen, he's within his rights, let him go." No physicality, no, maybe some slight threats because cops don't like it when you fuck with their authority. When they say jump, they expect you to do so because that badge means I own you, but it doesn't. It means I protect you.
And before you finish, can I interject for a second?
By all means.
Let me say this too, right? And this is not me being like, oh, you just trying to, follow the rules and this, that, and the third. Let me say this, all right? I've never, and I'm being honest, I've never been disrespectful with a cop, right? And no matter how I was approached, you understand what I'm saying? No matter if they was funky with me or whatever, I never disrespected a cop. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, this is just me from my point of view, right? Because I know and understand that every situation is different. All I'm saying is that it was something that I never did. Maybe that's why I never got the brunt end of an attack. But before I get roasted, because I need to clarify that, I'm not saying that these people did something or said something wrong for something that happened to them. That's not the case at all. You feel me? But what I am saying is that me personally, I never put myself in a position like that. I was just respectful. Of course. I was just taught to have respect. And this is just me. I'm not speaking for anybody or everybody else, because I know and understand that other situations are different. I know that people don't just come out of pocket and be going ham on the police. I know that. But on the flip side of the coin, let's deal with be universal truth. On the flip side of the coin, there are some people, it's a handful,
a few bad apples,
that will just be, that will be automatically disrespectful as soon as the law roll up on them.
We learned a long time ago with our interaction with the cops that forgoing the nitpicking about certain rights saved us the headache. So they got our ID. So they got our names. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Oh, you don't have a right to ID me because I get to play with myself because I'm not doing anything I think I'm not doing. What's the point in causing the trouble? Just say, my name is whatever, Peter. What law am I breaking, officer? Once you start getting snippy about, oh, I know the law, I'm king of the weasels, you're asking for the drama. You're not defending your rights. You're provoking a response. Because even if I wasn't a cop and you came in my house, who the hell are you? You're like, none of your business. I'm a friend of your friend, of the defendant. It don't matter. This is my house. Who the hell are you? So in essence, the cops, this is their house. They guard it. They protect it. Asking that information is not the end of the damn world. Don't swing your dick trying to see whose is bigger. They're the ones that are going to arrest you regardless you go home. Oh, now you get to sue. So you didn't do this to fight for your rights. You did this to sue and make the cops look bad. Now, I'm not for the cops that overexert themselves and their responsibility and abuse their power. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the cops that are just generally ask you a question. What's your name? My name is D. That's all they need. Anything more than that, what law have I broken? Did I break a law? No. Then I'm not obligated to give you my identification until you can show the law that I've broken. I'm sorry. Why don't you want to give the identification? I like my privacy. See, the thing is, everyone that confronts the cops, they get snippy. I've seen audit to audit, and now these are hundreds of people from different sites that audit to audit looks at. And they're snippy. Why can't you tell the cop why you don't want to give up your identification? You can tell him why. If you don't tell him why, you know he's going to go, okay, that's suspicious, because even I think that's suspicious. You don't want to give up identification? Fine. That doesn't seem suspicious to me. But you not telling me why? Why not? Why can't you just say, I want to keep my privacy?
But see, again, like I said,
that would make me feel
no, you're right. You're right. But like I said again, this isn't this isn't everybody. But you got a few out there that do it. Like you got like you look at it from two sides of the table, right? You got the few out there that they may do it, but it's on a respectable level. They don't go ham, they don't get snippy. You know what I'm saying? But they'll tell you, yo, I'll tell you my name, so on and so forth. But all the extra stuff, if you can't, like you said, if you can't tell me what law I've broken, then there's no reason for me to give you all this extra information.
Pretty much.
Like there really isn't. But some people they get so
defensive.
and again, I need to keep saying this. It's not everybody, because man, people will blast you for the slightest thing that you say and misconstrue, and you don't explain yourself further with it. You feel me? Like they'll take a snippet of what you say, and that thing will just get blown way out of proportion. I don't even want to.
Yes, sir.
Want to make sure that this is clear, yo. That we're not singling out anyone. We're talking in general.
Anyone
and word is bond. If you think that what we not saying is true, man, yo, you can hit social media, you can hit the airwaves, and you can see it for yourself. You can go check out videos on YouTube and see it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's good, there's bad, and then there's indifferent.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's a true story. There's good. You'll see some stories where there's good. You know what I'm saying? Police rolled up, dude person gave his name, whatever, however, and things worked out fine. Then you got the bad, where we all know what it is. Police is just wilding the hell out right now. And then you got the indifferent, where some people just can't believe that the police is pulling up on them. Like, it's not supposed to happen to them.
Those are, I wouldn't say indifferent. I'm sorry. I don't care. You hate me. Those are the dumb. Because the cop will roll up on anybody they damn well want. Doesn't matter if it's justified.
I'm not going to.
I think you're dumb if you think the cops are never going to roll up on you. And when they do, you're shocked. Okay? Especially if you're a black man. If you were shocked and black, then you are stupid. If you're white and shocked, you're still stupid, because they don't really care about who they pull up on. They do target, but in that area, like my area here, they don't target black people because there's very little of them. They don't target Mexicans, there's very little of them. In the area where there's a majority of them, a lot of times it is targeting, and I know for a fact firsthand. Other times it's the only person there. So they're going to target them because they're the only person. That's like if he came into this neighborhood, okay, any officer from this neighborhood, they saw a black person driving and or walking every time and pulled them over. That's targeting. But if you go into a black neighborhood, if you look for white people, now you're targeting white people. You know what I'm saying? So
why is it?
There's a slight difference between the people that are targeted and the people that happen to be in that neighborhood.
You know what? True story, yo. True story. I got a question, and it's rhetorical. I'm not looking for anybody to answer. It's just a rhetorical question, because I'm gonna show and prove today.
But that's dangerous.
Why is it that when you have a predominantly black and Spanish and whatever other mix in the neighborhood, right? And I'm not being disrespectful for y'all, but then the white people move in, a couple of white people move in. No, nobody, we don't say nothing. We don't say nothing. We chilling. Y'all neighbors.
Not a word.
You know what I'm saying? We don't. It is what it is. We not in y'all business. Y'all do what y'all do. We do what we do. If we happen to come outside and see y'all, hey, good morning. How you doing? And you say it right back.
For the most part, yeah. I've not experienced.
But now check it. Right, but now wait. I'm sorry, not to cut you off, but now check it.
I was just condoning the fact that it's true. When a white person moves into a predominantly colored neighborhood, unless it's the ghetto, like where everybody's shooting each other and drug dealing left and right, normal area, that they welcome them with almost open arms and bring them into the fold the best they can, because they know as a community you got to work together.
Now, on the flip side of that coin, why is it that when you have the predominantly white neighborhood and somebody of me, my descent, of a different ethnicity come into the hood, y'all want to get all crazy
and uppity?
Them you Karens out, all you Karens out there, and I'm sorry, I don't really mean to say it like that, but all you Karens out there,
Sorry for anybody named Karen.
Just, I mean, because look, here's the truth, man. We've been doing this for so long. Y'all been calling us such and such. We've been calling y'all such and such. Like, come on, when is it gonna stop? Listen to me. See this dude, me and this dude right here, yo. We been rocking hard. Close to 25 years. You understand what I'm saying? 25 years. I deal with the nation. I deal with the 5% Nation of Islam. I know and understand that this dude on the screen is supposed to be the devil. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this dude is my bro. This dude is my this dude is my bro. This dude is my family. This is the dude that held me down when nobody else would.
That's what brothers do.
You know what I'm saying? He saw the truth in me when everybody else was like, man, this dude ain't gonna amount to nothing. And then I surpassed all of them. You feel me? Like, this is the man here. And yeah, we have our moments. What brothers don't? Because that's right, this dude is my brother, y'all. This dude is my brother. I don't care what you say. I got nothing but sisters, to be honest with y'all. Nothing but sisters.
I'm not one of the sisters.
Yeah. I am the only male. My pops. Rest in peace. Yo, my pops. You know what I'm saying? I got sisters. My step pops. Well, may he rest in peace. We're gonna leave it at that.
Let's not go there.
My stepfather, may he rest in peace. I got beautiful sisters from him. I got nothing but sisters. You feel what I'm saying? These are the people that I grew up with all my life. So I tell you that this dude is my brother because it's true. And I'm not worried about skin complexion because skin complexion don't mean nothing. Because at the end of the day, it's about character, y'all. Your character is a testament to how you are. If you ain't got great character, ain't nobody really fucking with you.
The problem is you can't teach no dog new tricks. And they're so caught up in their power struggle in keeping the power. So when you move into my neighborhood, white or black, that color is irrelevant. You move into my neighborhood, you change things. You know what I'm saying? Things must change. Now, in a normal situation, they would improve because now you and I are in the same community. We build that community bigger and better.
Mm-hmm.
But with all the stereotypes out there, there's a lot of white people that don't even know you exist because their parents never introduced you to them. Like Mormons, for instance, and what's those other guys? Amish. They don't know what, a lot of them don't know what chocolate tastes like. They don't know what video games are. They don't know what sex is. They don't know what any of this stuff is because in their culture, and it's fine for them, not for me, they're kept from it. In North Korea, the truth is kept. The American people are going to suck their blood. It's a way of oppressing a situation and a person. If I believe something, I'm going to teach it to my son. Like I taught my son that color doesn't mean a damn thing, because at the end of the day, it don't. So my son will go on to teach his son and go on to believe and face reality. But if I was a bigoted, hateful, racist dog from the suburbs, if I taught my child to hate blacks and brown skin, as they grow up, they teach their children. As they grow up, they teach their children, and they take over the environment. And then when they see, as what they call the devil, evil person, they're like, oh my God, we must get them out of here because they don't know any better. And I'm not trying to justify them. Let me be clear. I don't justify anything that isn't justifiable, but I explain the unexplainable into some semblance of existence. Does that make sense sometimes, in the sense that sensibly it sounds idiotic, but actually it's the way it is. If you don't raise your
Sorry
children to
about that, y'all.
believe, that's all good. If you don't raise your children to not see color, but raise them in return to see color, then that's all they're going to see. And a
Hey,
generation after
yo,
generation becomes embedded into their DNA. Ugh.
yo, I learned this lesson. I learned this lesson, and not so much a lesson, but I saw this. What's a lot of what's happening right now? I actually experienced, but it was a long time ago, right? Can't really use no names, but here we go. Um, Knew somebody that sat on city council, right? This person that sat on the city council, we helped them move from where they were to somewhere else. Now, the somewhere else that they moved to, where they moved to, the area was predominantly white. Funny thing was, wasn't really that far out of the realm. You feel what I'm saying?
I
Like
got
we were
you.
still, like we were still. It's not like you went. It's not like the person went from state to state. You understand me?
Yeah.
We was basically still here. I could go as far as to say this. We was in Queens and all we did was go to Long Island. I could say that. Okay. Now, when we get to the spot, we're moving stuff in. Now I want to tell you that this is the early 90s, okay?
Gotcha.
This is the early 90s. This is like 92, 93. This is like before I really started hanging deep in the Bronx.
Yeah.
So this is like 92, 93. We helped this person move, and as we're taking the stuff out the van and this, that, and the third, yo, about a good 4 cop cars rolled up on us. Right?
Okay.
Guns out. Everybody freeze. What are y'all doing? Yo, we moving furniture in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
Police is like, y'all moving furniture in the house. Yeah. Y'all are moving in? No. Well, who's moving in? You'll see them when they come outside. They about to come back outside right now. So when the person stepped outside and the police looked, they was like, you're familiar. I should be. My name is such and such. We are so sorry. We got a call stating such and such that you guys was stealing furniture. This wasn't your home, and this, that, and the third, and so on and so forth. I was like, wow. How about that?
Definitely that bullshit, that's for sure.
It's sad that whoever made the call, and it's funny because when the police rolled up, you seen a couple of people out on their porches. Most people, you see the curtains. You see,
Yeah.
you pop the blinds open and using one eye to look. You saw a lot of that too. And I was like, wow. Really? Because I swear, we don't do that to y'all when y'all move into the hood.
Nope.
When y'all move into the hood, I mean, sorry, y'all, but I'm going to be honest. Y'all come to the barbecue. You smoke? Do you smoke? You want a beer? Like
you would do any
that's what we do.
Like you do any guest.
That's what we do. So this is going to get out of hand. It already has. But I'm talking about to the point where
This is true.
so many different things is going to be going on. What are the police really going to be able to do? What is anybody really going to be able to do when my community actually says, yo,
I had enough.
We have had enough.
It technically is at that point. I mean, with the protests, but I mean, the protests keep getting clouded by other people's bullshit. of taking advantage of the protest to hide behind it to do damage and steal things and make the protesters look bad. It's part of the stupid cliche. One bad apple ruins the bunch, and he looks like me, so that must be him and I are the same bad apple. So they're looking at the protesters as rioters because the protesters and rioters look the same.
But yet, like I said, if we do that, we're wrong.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's that bullshit.
If we condemn the police the same way the police is condemning us, we're wrong. Now, got a couple of police in my family, stretched out, right? I can't blame them. They're not on it like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to pick my words very carefully. Again, I got some police in the family, right? And I know that they're not on it like what you're seeing on TV. They are as frustrated as everyone else. I guess maybe at the positions that these people hold, they either can't say anything or can't really do anything. I don't know what the case is, right?
I'm sure they have limitations to what they can and can't do.
But I know that, yo, when people start really wigging out, oh, why is this going on? Why are they doing this? What's wrong with the community? Y'all know what's wrong with the black community. Y'all know what's wrong with the community, period. Y'all know. Y'all know. Yo, I'm gonna tell you what I overheard. I overheard something. Like I said, I'm not gonna mention no names or nothing, but I overheard something. I overheard a conversation being spoken when it comes to the Black Lives Matter movement and all this, right?
Yeah.
And as I'm on my travel and I'm hearing the conversation, the one guy that was speaking was an older white gentleman. They were both actually older white gentlemen, right?
Yeah.
But one guy was like, he said, I don't know what's wrong with our people. He said, all the whites that you see that's over here supporting this Black Lives Matter movement, they must be something else. They can't be white. They can't be with us. And the other gentleman looked at him and was like, yo, you do know that my grandchildren are mixed, right? You do know that my grandchildren are half black, right? You do realize what you're saying. And his homie was like, well, I'm not talking about you. You're different. No, how am I different?
Pretty much.
How am I different? He's like, because the truth is, the skin tone even matter? We all bleed the same. Dude, we are all dying from this corona.
Yeah. In the worst kind of way.
Dude, if I could get sick just like anybody else could get sick. Like, the skin tone doesn't matter. Like, all this stuff affects all of us. Do you realize what you're saying to me? Like I said, I just happened to be a passenger along for the ride. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. On this conversation, I was just a passenger along for the ride.
Got you.
And to have a view like that, so basically what you're saying is that what you're saying is that all the white people that are supporting us, they're niggas too.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem for us.
I don't know if I should have said it like that, but
yeah, you really shouldn't have.
And I'm sorry, Please pardon stuff if I offended anybody, but that's basically what the guy was saying. It's basically what that's basically what this gentleman was saying. He was calling his own brethren
Essentially.
niggas.
Can
Essentially niggas
Can you stop saying it?
for hanging out with us. I'm sorry, but that's what he was implying, for hanging out with us. That's what his own brethren are, and that's wrong.
I don't disagree with what you're saying, but if we plan on being monetized and people want to see us, these certain terms should be tempered for there. And I'm not mad at you. I understand your pain because I know what you're saying is true. And
I apologize. I apologize.
He basically lumping everybody in one hateful bucket of shit.
Yeah.
And that's that unjustifiable bullshit. But his justification is he was taught that you guys are the devil, essentially. You guys are evil. You're here to destroy his world. And he went for it.
And like I say, yo, it's funny, right? What do you say to people who are in interracial relationships?
Do you know how, can you we gotta stop for just a second. I can't stand people that don't know how to read. I don't care. Learn to read. Learn to read. There's a note on the door that says, "Do not interrupt."
Right.
What does he do?
Interrupt.
Yes. Making this podcast.
We interrupt this broadcast.
Yeah.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a special announcement. Absolutely nothing.
We
come on now, we're gonna behave
for a special douche.
But I mean, it's true. What do you say to interracial couples, right? On everything that's going on. What do you say to them?
I say, may God be with you. Honestly,
because no matter how you look at it, everybody's gonna get blasted.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this from experience. You already know my wife is Spanish. You understand me? Right?
Yeah, brother.
When we go Walmart, what's the other store? Aldi's, whatever, right? Not only do we get shot to look like, but so does every other couple that comes in and they're not with their
own kind.
So with their own kind, associate. I hate saying things like that because I'm a firm roller with you love who you love. You understand me?
Pretty much.
That's what I roll with. If that's the person you fell in love with, then that's the person you fell in love with. What does race have to do with it? What does
nothing?
In any event, like I said, man, I just don't see it just on me when they look at me and my wife, but I see it happen to other couples that might be in the same area or the same place that I'm at, and I'm like, and it comes from all directions. It's not just from my own kind; it's from everybody. It's like all of a sudden now everybody is giving you this look like, yo, you should be with your own. Really?
I hate the purity movement.
Here's one, and here, look. This is what I find hilarious. I'm gonna go even further. How you looking at me funny? Right? How you looking at me funny? When your spouse or your significant other ain't your race, but you gonna look at me like I'm doing something wrong.
Well, it's because remember the rules. You want to go over the rules again?
Do as I say. What do it? Do as I say, not as I do.
Basically, what's rule number? I think it's 5. What's rule 5 or 6? You made up.
Oh Jesus!
You made up the rule.
Excuse me, y'all. What I said? I'm sorry. Pardon yourself. What I said?
You made up that rule. So what's the? I think it's 5 or 6. Yeah, I think it's 6. Yeah, it's 5.
Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me when I pull a you on you.
Yeah, do me a favor. Keep it short, because nobody understands what you mean by that. Don't be a hypocrite.
Well, they need to.
Well, let's keep it simple and fun. Don't be a hypocrite is rule number 5. And for you to judge me for what you do is hypocritical. It's okay for you to eat the cookie, but it's not okay for me. That's just that bullshit. You need to fly a kite and get the hell out of here. I don't care.
My whole point.
I don't care what color you are. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how smelly you are. You could take that shit to your own bank and get the hell out of here.
Yo,
I told my son his whole life, and he will tell you, I will never ask of my child something I am not willing to do and or give myself. So no hypocrite here, because it don't make no sense. Am I surrounded by hypocrites? Oh my goodness, where to begin?
Yo, the shit that's going on right now, right?
Yes, sir.
It's making me look at shit like. It's making me look at shit like this, like, damn, there's still crackheads in the world. That's how I'm looking at this, like there's still crackheads. Like, wait, wait. Pardon yourself, y'all. I'm sorry. So I had a call. I was on the phone with one of my brothers. He was having a conversation not too long ago, right? And he was showing me the area, and he was like, "Yo, G, look." He said, them go to crackheads across the street, and the whole stro is over here. I was like, damn, they mixed in one?
Yeah.
I'm like, who still does that, right? And then as we're on the phone, oh gee, your word is born, bro. He got propositioned by the crackhead.
Crackheads ain't gone
so that's
nowhere.
what
They just got smarter.
So that's what this whole thing is like. This whole thing is like, damn, there's still crackheads in the world. Like, it didn't go out of style. This didn't go out of this. No, it's not going out of style, yo.
Well, here's the truth about that.
Target, yo.
Crackheads have become heroin addicts. The new crack. When I was working for Uber, and I was going up and down the coast, I was speaking to the cops, and they were saying how bad an outbreak of heroin exists. Like, they're having massive trouble controlling it. Now, this was a couple years ago. They might have got it under control by now, or at least slowed it down. But they were saying heroin was coming out of Rumson so bad, they just couldn't stop it, and they couldn't figure out how. That's bad when the cop makes it public knowledge they're screwed. So, like I said, the new crackhead is the heroin addict.
Yo, but I just sometimes I look at this situation like that, man, because I can't. First and foremost, I want to say that we didn't ask to be here, right? You know, and I'm not talking about me personally. I'm talking about my ancestors before us.
All right,
we didn't ask to be here.
I saw the tickets. I saw the ticket stub. I don't believe you.
We didn't ask to be here. We was doing quite fine. over in Egypt and Africa and stuff, and y'all decided that y'all wanted to come get us because y'all didn't want to work. So y'all decided that y'all was gonna put us to work.
That's why you don't use the classifieds.
Now, here we are years later, and now that we've made, because I can't say that us as a people haven't made some strides. We have
a lot,
like
some.
You can no longer. I'm really being honest. You can no longer sit here and say, "Yo, the white man is holding me back." You can't say that. That's not gonna work.
That only works in politics these days.
Yeah. That's not gonna work. You can't.
Now, don't get me wrong. Let's clarify something. The white man isn't holding, but he didn't make it easy either. There are obstacles.
Yeah, he didn't make it easy.
There are obstacles, and with a hard enough work, you can defeat them. Some obstacles you can't because you're not capable. And for those people that aren't capable, I do pity you and I do understand your pain. And I don't think it's your fault.
Yeah,
it's just something you can't handle. I can't fly a plane. Does that mean I should never get in one? No. So does that mean I shouldn't get any help? But the rules are stacked against, but they are defeatable with the right effort and the right intellect.
You know what I would like? I know that this will probably
getting on my podcast.
Cool.
Mr.
Is she on her way?
What up, Hood? What up? You're on speakerphone and on the podcast. Say hello. What it is? Yo, as a matter of fact, Hood, are you busy? I want you to do Zoom. I want you to join us. We're just bullshitting about Jacob Blake and hypocrisy. I promise it'll be nice. And you can cut out the video and just do audio. You don't actually have to be videoing. I know you're going to be using your phone, so it'll be difficult to sit still. Join us. Join us.
Off the hook.
All right, brother. All right, let it.
What's he up? What's he up to?
Join us. Look, I gave you the light. Join us. Wait, damn it.
What's he up? What's the good brother up to?
Hold on a second. I need the light from the screen. It was funny. Come on, go in. Ah, you prick. He said he can't do it right now, but I think I got him. He didn't say much because I caught him off guard with, "Hey, welcome to the podcast."
Not nice.
Fuck that shit. If you're not gonna rope your brother into a podcast, then who you gonna rope? Listen,
but look,
you and I both know he's one of the smartest people we know. And he has an interesting and in some cases unfamiliarly liked point of view. Like, I don't like everything he has to say, but he has an interesting way of looking at it. That, yeah, he could be right. It is possible that everything he said is on the money. But the odds of that, my opinion,
you know what? I know I won't ever see this in my lifetime. I don't think anybody will ever see this in their lifetime, and I could be wrong. I just wish.
A man fly.
I just wish. No, I wish that we could all just get along as a whole, period. I wish people would. I wish people would stop separating themselves.
All right, I'm gonna tell you this one more time.
We need to look at the task at hand, man. And
I'm gonna tell you this one more time, bro. Christmas is around the corner. Wait till then to beg for miracles. For the time being, we have to work with the pig slop that we have. Come Christmas, you can ask Santa for him to fix these fool-ass motherfuckers and get shit straight. But right now, Santa's not listening. It's August. He's like, I'm on vacation. Wait until Christmas, then start asking for fucking miracles.
I don't know, bro.
Listen, look how far we've gotten. Look how far we got in our lifetime. Just our lifetime. Let alone what's gone on before our lifetime. The likeliness that you and I could sit here and be this close, even though we're kind of far, but this close between people was unheard of. Impossible.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I have to accept that some people are fucking ignorant. But I have to stop and appreciate the shit that's not ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if my actual blood brother sees this or not. You've been a better brother to me than my own flesh and blood. Okay? And you didn't have to. No one made you. No one paid you. Did they pay you? Nobody paid you.
Don't worry, nobody paid me, bro.
That didn't sound convincing. Okay.
No, I'm serious. They didn't pay me, bro.
Oh, they got you high and you just lost all points of view. Gotcha.
You know what? You need help. You need help. You know that, right?
Shh. Don't tell these people I need help. What's wrong with you? It's our secret. I can't believe it. So
you know what? We're going back to New York. We're going back to New York so I can take you to Bellevue. That's what we're going to do.
They won't accept me. Don't you remember last time we tried? So now, the fact is, you've never had to do anything you've ever done. I never gave you money. I never gave you gifts to get the bond, to get the loyalty. As a matter of fact, like I said in a previous video, when I became homeless, you gave up your home. And by that point, I had not ever even given you a birthday present, let alone buy favoritism with you for you to help me. But yet you've been more brother to me than my own. And it would have been unfucking heard of. That's an accomplishment in itself that requires super duper attention. Not me and you so much, but that two people who are supposed to hate one another don't. And we're not the only ones. This is gonna fuck me over, but I have a lot of black friends, a lot of Spanish friends, who have a lot of white friends, and a lot of black friends. And the black friends have white friends and Spanish friends. Because we all come to the conclusion, okay, you're Spanish. Okay, you're black. Okay, you're white. We've all come to that conclusion that we're human. God forbid, right? So that's a massive improvement. And you know what? I forgot who it was who said it. I think it was Stephen Colbert. If a senator, a black senator, is an achievement, then we haven't achieved shit. If a black president is an achievement, then we haven't achieved shit. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
You seem slightly off what I mean. But I'm going to clarify for those who don't understand what I'm meaning. A black president, a black senator, a black mayor shouldn't be a shock. It should be a norm. Mm-hmm. Just like it's a norm. You don't go, oh my God, wow, a white president. It's been so long. You just say, look, a president. Okay, let's move on. He's a dick. I don't like him. Fuck him. But you don't go, ooh, how far the whites have come. That's my point. Now, I'm not saying it's not an achievement in the sense that, great, we're breaking that barrier and hopefully we can shatter it to dust. But if we're still looking at that, 600 years later, wow, we ain't done shit.
Look,
and I'm ashamed.
I said this before and I'm going to say it again. They don't care about us.
Nope.
They don't care about us. And this is what people don't seem to understand. The government, I'm telling y'all, the government don't care
about us.
They
care about money.
I don't care about what you see on TV. I don't care about their statistics. I don't care about their numbers. I don't care about what they've implemented, what they haven't implemented. My people, I don't care about that. I'm going to show and prove to you. They don't care about us. If you don't believe me, just look at the past 10 years alone. And you tell me. Just look at the past 10 years as a whole.
I don't have to look that far back. Just have to look at the last 4. And I'm not just bad mouthing Trump, the piece of shit that he is. The entire government doesn't care.
They don't care.
They care about money and power. Now, don't get me wrong. Trump wants to look pretty. Praise me. Make me feel special and orange. Mm-hmm. I got 2 praises for you, Trump. Fuck and you. But, it will get better, I have to believe. As far as we've come, we will eventually make it there. And I hate to say this, God only knows when, but we will get there. And unfortunately, even if it's not in my lifetime, the faith that it be in my family's lifetime, before my genetics no longer procreates. And I gotta have hope.
I get you.
With all this misery right now, gotta have hope. If you don't have hope, what the fuck are you living for? And I don't care what anyone says, to be honest. You have to understand what the fuck hope is. The belief in a better. If you don't believe in a better, then what's the point of going anywhere to sit there and die? But you always have hope. I hope I get the job. I hope I get a cookie. I hope I get some pasta. These are fucking hopes. You second guess them and you underestimate them because they're so insignificant. But there's still the feeling of hope that I get that cookie.
He said, I hope I get a
cookie. Me want cookie. Me want cookie. Give me cookie. So
you know you need help.
Shh. I told you stop telling them that. It's supposed to be our secret.
Stop showing it to them. If you stop showing it to them, I won't have to say it.
They don't know what it is. They don't know what it. They don't know what it is until you tell them.
No more. They know what it is.
No more secrets.
They see your eye twitching.
No more secrets with you.
Yo, we got to get out of here soon, man. We got to get out of here soon.
On this one note, I mean, we seem to be drowning on this one. Fuck Donald Trump. I don't care if Biden is a bad president. He can't be as bad as Trump.
Yeah.
He really can't. How can you get worse than the devil? He's not orange. He's red. It's just the glare from the light makes it look orange. If he fucking shaved his hair off, you see horns and a fucking tail come out his ass.
That is my man. Don't mess with. That's my man. Flaming hot Cheeto.
That's a fucking. That's a fat orangutan with a presidency.
And I'm only kidding, y'all. Yo, Trump ain't my dude, but I'm saying flaming hot Cheeto.
That boy's got the worst slap-on tan I've ever seen in my life. And I seen Rob Lowe.
Yo, he should be doing the Cheetos commercials with your homeboy.
You talking about Brown Thunder?
He should be doing it.
He looked like he jumped in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory and came out.
Yo, Trump.
You know that guy's white, right?
Nah, we talk about Trump. Trump need to be doing the Cheetos
No, not him.
commercials.
Fuck him.
Who?
The
Who?
darkest motherfucking actor in history. That's not black, not Spanish. You know, homeboy.
Who's that? Wait.
Remember, homeboy's got the worst, darkest tan. Do you remember him? I can't remember his name, but damn it, I wish I could remember his fucking name. But he's got like this dark, almost painted on tan. He looked like a chiseled brass statue. Damn it! Somebody in the comments, please tell me if you know who I'm talking about. I can't remember his name. I'm looking at. I don't know what to look up. I'm gonna look up bronze actor.
Did you say bronze actor? You know what?
Cause no, dude, he looks like bronze. I can't remember his name. They put statues. I don't want statues. I said bronze actor. They pulled up Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington was one of the people that came up for a bronze. That's just foul.
We'll figure that out.
Hold up. Let's finish the images first, and then if he's not there, then we can finish this. And
wait, whose image where? What?
I'm looking up on Google for the bronze actor. I wasn't kidding. I want to see if I can find him. He used to do a Doritos commercial. I think he used to do flaming hot Doritos. And it looked like he's been painted brown and bronze. For these guys, man. I say bronze actor and some of the whitest people on
You're not
earth.
talking. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're not talking about George Hamilton, right?
No, I don't think that's his name.
Okay. I typed in people with funny looking tans.
Right? That would be one thing.
And this thing came up with George Hamilton.
Show me a picture of George Hamilton. I can't remember what he looks like. Just share your screen, you silly man.
Is that him? Oh, I didn't even do it on my I did it on my phone.
Okay. See if you show it to the screen.
Give me 1 second, okay?
Yes, sir.
You can't see it, can you?
I ain't look. I'm looking still on the internet. Yeah, him.
Oh, it's him? It's George Hamilton?
See with him or the guy that looks like him. Do you remember the Dorito commercial where he had such a horrible tan? He looked like somebody painted him with bronzer. Do you remember that commercial? And he tried to act all suave as he ate Doritos. And the point, and you put that in with a bad tan, and look who popped up. So I'm not far off from what I remember from the Doritos commercial, but this dude had the worst tan in history. It looked like somebody painted him.
Okay, hold on. Let me see something. Let's see. Let's see. No.
Yeah, I'm almost certain this is him. He had this really, really dark tan for a Doritos commercial. Just like he has the dark tan for the fucking KFC commercial.
That might be it. That might be George Hamilton, yo. That might be George Hamilton. Okay. Let's see. Let's see.
Jesus. The KFC picture he took, he's darker than sin. out of it. But yeah, I'm
He is.
definitely.
He's the dude. I know he's the dude from the KFC. He's from the KFC commercial.
Yeah, that's something he did new. The Dorito was old. I think it was Flaming Hot Doritos.
Mm.
Even though right now I see a commercial. I looked up a commercial photo where he's eating a Ritz, but it's definitely him. His dark
Yeah, it's him,
tan,
George Hamilton. Yeah.
dark painted on tan. At least his wasn't orange like a fucking baboon.
Yeah.
I could feel a dark tan. I can't feel a baboon tan. So
Flaming hot Cheetos.
on the Flaming Hot Cheetos ending, we're gonna end it with all lives matter. This is true, but saying it means Black lives is just chunked up in there, and we'll get to them when we get to them. That's what the whole point of the argument is to pull them out of that fucking pit so people can recognize they're being slaughtered because they're being covered by all lives. So you can't
Indeed.
you can't see through all lives into Black lives and brown and other minorities, or not even minorities. I don't consider them minorities, marginalized. And when you pull them out and single them out, it doesn't make them better than all lives. It just makes them show up that you've ignored them. So we'll leave it. All lives matter, but Black lives matter right now.
We could say this. Here's what we could say. We could say we know that all lives matter. Yep. But right now, it's really about these Black lives, because it's not everybody that's getting hurt. No, it's not all that's being hurt.
I don't recall
that's the problem.
Any white people being shot in the back by police officers because they were reaching in their car.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. So we're going to leave it on that note. Until the next episode. Peace.
Peace.